What's going on, guys? In today's video I'm going to go ahead and show you 3 awesome accessories that you should definitely consider to get the most out of your Nintendo Switch. Now by now we should all be aware that this thing is one incredible gaming console. It's awesome because it's super portable and you could dock this to play like any ordinary console game should on a large size screen. But for a system that got released back in March 2017, according to Google, there's some things that it's still missing. For example, there's no built-in Bluetooth. But that is where this adapter comes into play. Now, what makes this adapter different than many others that's available also on Amazon, this one's actually one of the few, actually one of the only, that has a real low profile design. Which means once you attach this thing, which connects to the bottom of the Nintendo Switch, you can actually place this inside with your travel case. An issue I would face with the regular Bluetooth adapters is that they're a little bit too large and bulky and I had to remove it when I place it back inside the case. You experience none of that with this one, and also costs the same price as those other ones as well, but this one comes included with additional goodies. For instance, you get this travel pouch, which I wasn't expecting to get, but it comes included with this, and inside that travel pouch you actually have a USB-A to USB-C. With this adapter you can actually place this inside the USB port inside the Nintendo docking station, allowing you to actually even give that thing Bluetooth connectivity. So if you have like a pair of AirPods for instance, or other Bluetooth headphones, you'll be able to pair this thing easily, both in dock and handheld mode. Of course, you're gonna have to remove it if you want to place it in the dock, because there's no pass-through USB connection down here. Now this adapter can be owned in a couple of different styles to better match your Nintendo Switch. And the look and feel even feels OEM almost, something that Nintendo will probably produce. The pairing process is really easy. Simply hold down these 2 buttons until the lights start flashing. Then once you have your Bluetooth headset in pair mode, the 2 devices will simply pair up. And then if you're playing like a local multiplayer game with other friends, you can actually pair up to 4 headsets all at once, and there's little to none audio delay when gaming. It's also cool to know that this thing does also have Bluetooth 5, so it is using the latest Bluetooth. So pairing it up with your AirPods, Samsung Galaxy Buds, even other latest Bluetooth headsets, there is no issue whatsoever. Only thing to keep in mind though, there is only support for audio out. There's no support for audio in. What this means, let's say you're using a headset that has a built-in microphone, no, it does not transmit that audio from your headset to the Nintendo Switch. They do, however, throw in this audio jack microphone input adapter that you can put on the audio jack on the Nintendo Switch. I just wouldn't really recommend using this if you're playing a multiplayer game, because this adapter, it's cool that they threw it in for free, but I mean like, it's facing upwards. It's gonna have a hard time picking up your vocals from your voice since it's not facing your mouth. The next accessory I want to quickly show you is this Nintendo Xbox One adapter. Now this thing is pretty incredible, especially if you already own an Xbox One, because I know many of us could definitely agree that the Xbox One controller is probably one of the most comfortable controllers out there in today's market. And if you've been wanting to use this Xbox controller on not just for the Nintendo Switch, but also on your PlayStation 4, even if you want to, you can also use this on your PC, because the older Xbox One controllers don't have built-in Bluetooth. This fixes that. Allows you to connect that wireless controller to your PC. Now, after playing Breath of the Wild with this adapter, I gotta say this thing is incredible. I mean, the Joy-Cons, they're alright, but we know that they're not really that accurate when it comes to like combat. They're not really that precise. Was this adapter connected to your Xbox One controller? This solves that. I'm way more accurate when it comes to the combat in Breath of the Wild, and it's really awesome to use, even in Smash Bros. I think I prefer the feel of this controller than the Nintendo Pro controller. However, you do lose one crucial thing: NFC. There's no NFC connectivity for your amiibos, so you're gonna have to go back and use your Joy-Cons whenever you want to do that. But there is gyro sensors inside this thing, so you could play Breath of the Wild or other gyro supported game just fine. And this Brook adapter does have a built-in rechargeable battery too. So how this controller works is like this. When you hold down this button, and when it begins blinking, you hold down the combination buttons for each console. So for instance, if we want to connect to the Nintendo Switch, we want to switch it to Nintendo mode. You do this by holding down these 2 buttons, and then power it on one more time. And now you can play it on your Nintendo Switch. Really easy. If you want to switch back to your Xbox mode, simply do the same thing. hold down the Xbox combo button, and now when you boot it back up, it is now in Xbox One mode. Again, you can switch it to PlayStation 4 mode as soon as you pair up the controller, or even set it to PC mode. This thing is really cool. And this does support firmware updates, so if Nintendo would to happen to patch it up in a future patch, this thing also supports a firmware update, so it will unpatch that patch and still continue to work just fine on your Nintendo Switch. So if you've been looking for an adapter that works flawlessly and supports other consoles, definitely do check out this Brook adapter. I think it's worth it, especially since it also does other things like rapid fire support, and you can also remap some of the buttons, which I highly recommend doing so, especially on the Nintendo, because the A and B buttons are kind of swapped, but it takes a while to get used to. And that is the last accessory I want to quickly show you. It's an essential, especially if you travel a lot, because let's be real, the Nintendo dock station isn't portable at all. It's really large and bulky. But that's where this docking station comes into play. Available in 3 other color options. The one you see here is the Atomic Purple. I picked this one up, of course, to match the Atomic Purple theme. But it also comes included in the standard black and the clear green Donkey Kong N64 color, which I forgot the name. Comment down below if you remember. But I think this charging station looks incredible, especially since it's matching with my Atomic Purple shell mod that I did a while ago. Which, by the way, if you're interested in doing this mod to your Nintendo Switch, you can check out the video that I created in the video description down below. It's a full tutorial that goes into the deepest detail. As soon as you watch that video, you'll be prepared to do this mod for yourself. It's not really that hard if you have some experience when it comes to taking apart electronics. But back to the point, this thing is so portable that basically it fits on the palm of my hand. On the back here, we have all the ports that the standard Nintendo dock has. So we have one USB 3, 2 additional USB ports, HDMI out, and USB to power up. However, this accessory does not come included with a power USB-C cable. You're going to have to use the same one that you use on your Nintendo Switch, so you're going to have to provide your very own, or pick up an additional one by Nintendo for $30. Now this thing does retail for $30 as well, so in total, if you would to do this route, you're going to spend roughly around $60. Still $30 less than the official Nintendo one, so in some ways you're saving money and it's more portable. But if we take a closer look at this dock, there's a ton of ventilation, and even after playing Breath of the Wild for X amount of hours, I haven't experienced any heating issues or seen anything unusual when gaming using this dock for my Switch. However, one thing I'm not a huge fan of is the bright LED light. This thing is insanely bright and can be very distracting, and there's no way to power this off. Even though there is a power button on top of here, all this thing really does is just switch the screen. So if you press this, it's gonna switch back to the Nintendo screen. If you press it again, it's gonna switch to the large screen, of course. Now this thing does have really grippy feet underneath, and another thing to also note, it's really hard since it's not spring loaded like the Nintendo dock is, where it's easy to place on and off. This one requires you to use 2 hands, but there's no issues here, and everything looks to be really well built. Only thing I should indeed advise though, even though in the description this one says it's using 2019 components, I'm not 100% sure what this means, but maybe this means that it's highly unlikely that this will actually brick your Nintendo Switch. But if you're cautious about this, there is still that small risk that this dock might break your Nintendo Switch. But the reason why I personally went ahead and bought this is because its recent reviews look to be fairly positive, and I also have Best Buy Geek Squad protection if such tragic thing would to happen. I just thought I just had to throw that. But from my experience, I've been using this for quite some time now, and I haven't experienced any issues whatsoever. It works exactly like how it was designed. I'm just, again, not a huge fan of that LED, but I like the portability. I'm able to travel with this thing really easy and just put it in my backpack and take it with me along all my travels. Anyway guys, that was 3 awesome accessories to definitely look into, especially if you want to get more out of your Nintendo Switch. If you're interested in picking up one of these accessories, especially the Bluetooth, I think that one's a must. I wish that came included to begin with inside the Nintendo Switch integrated. I'll make sure to link all these accessories in the video description down below for you guys, as well as some other recommendations like screen protectors and also that link to that shell mod for those who are interested. But again, that's gonna be it for this video. Remember, if you guys enjoyed, found this video helpful, informative, I'll greatly appreciate if you could also leave this video a like and get subscribed, and feel free to share this with a friend as well. I don't mind. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.